How is everyone doing today? Welcome to the live stream. Black, good to see you. Jobin, good to see you, buddy. Anand, good to see you. Silver, Soulflex. Soulflex, how you doing, brother? King Casper, good to see you, boys. Smash the like button if you're new here. Let's just get started. Am I at 1 million ORT yet? I am not at 1 million ORT. I wish I had 1 million ORT. I think 1 million ORT is, how much is that in? Let's have a look how much that is. I don't even think I have close to 1 million ORT right now. 1 million ORT is, okay, that's a lot of money, bro. I think if I had a million ORT, I don't even think you guys even want me to have a million ORT, bro. If I get to a million ORT and I sell, the whole thing is gonna come crashing down. You gotta remember that. Keep that in mind as well. Matt J, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Simon, good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Patrick, good to see you as well. Spicy. Vilus, how you doing, bro? Vilu? Oh, is that 100k? I do want to get a nice bag of ORT. I think a million, it would be a nice bag, to be fair. A million would be a nice bag. Joey, how you doing, bro? Today the markets are reasonably boring. We are dumping, and this is something that I told you guys in anticipation that the biggest barrier for us is this 68k, even 70k region. Don't think because it's gone above 70k that it's broken the trend. It hasn't done that. It needs to, it depends how there's wiggle room between 68k as high as 70k to confirm that this consistent trend has not been, fully broken yet. And another thing I told you guys was that Bitcoin dominance was going to continue to go higher, and top out somewhere around 60%. And now it's sitting at 59%. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it is sitting at 59%. And this is why altcoins in general, the entire total free market, hasn't really gone anywhere, realistically, for a very long time. It is currently sitting at, you could say, the same regions as it was back in April, May, back in June times. It hasn't really gone anywhere, as the dominance goes higher, altcoins tend to take a larger hit. And there's a few geopolitical wars that's currently happening, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why we are currently taking a little hit. And the way that it works is generally in the middle of the month is a time that we normally pump, hence why we're pumping now. And then coming up towards the end of the month and early next month, the market tends to sell off because of the unemployment data and all the other factors that come into play. So if we consolidate here for the next, I don't know, week or so, or we come back down here and we just chill. Well, where's Bitcoin chart? Yeah, if you just come around here, chill, I think we'll go down to the 64k region. There's quite a lot of liquidity there, and then we might just consolidate there, and then all the way until November, early November, we'll find out which way the market is going to go. Is it going to sufficiently, break past this, or are we going to come back down to these regions right here? I think the next drop would either be higher or all the way down here. It has to be all the way down here. There's no in between. This was going to be the bottom of the trend, and I think one more drop would make more sense. It all depends on the unemployment data, because the election matters, but it doesn't matter as much, because if you get a hot unemployment print now on the 4th, election results coming in the 5th, if Trump wins, I highly doubt the market will rally or care too much if unemployment is going back up, because as employment goes back up, there's a higher chance of a recession. So that's what we have to watch out for. Realistically, if Bitcoin comes down, and unemployment goes to like 4.3%, 4.4%, whatever that, the real data comes out, ideally, you'll have a very good buying opportunity. That's why I told you guys to hedge against both scenarios. If it breaks above 70k, comes and retests this trend line as support, then I would go all in. But if not, and the market more or less, the unemployment goes up, you have to have USDT spare to buy the big dip over here, because ideally that probably would be the last dip. because I don't think we're gonna get a landing anytime soon. A lot of people are expecting a soft landing, but that's not guaranteed at the moment because, like I said, at the moment, in my opinion, they are pampering the data. The data has been pampered. It's been made to look that the economy is doing a lot better for the elections. This happens every single time. It makes sense, and I think we could get a hard landing sometime in 2026, maybe the end of 2025. We could finally get that landing, and then eventually go back into a bear market again. Turf, how you doing, bro? It's Fizz, but I'm only on my kids. Oh, is it you, Fizz? What the fuck? I seen you. I was thinking. I didn't know who it was. I never knew that. How much do you have now, Fizz? In all, how much do you have? I've topped mine up recently. I do want to get to close to 1 million alt though, at least. I think that would be a nice amount. 500k. Goodness gracious. I think I'll probably fully top up in November. And I'll finish my bag. Sean, how you doing? DC, how you doing, brother? Gmail, walaikum salam. What do I think about AI takes debit card? Look, there's plenty of projects with debit cards, so it's not like AI tech is an exception, but I don't really think it's that sufficient or that important in my opinion. I mean, the price action says it's not really that important. I think the most important thing for AI tech is just the data center. That's it. That's what it needs to focus on, the data center. Everything else is, debit cards. There's like thousands. I think there's like hundreds of projects with debit cards in the crypto space. I don't think it's that important, or no one really cares. Yeah, that project is not really that good, my friend. I don't really like it. Yeah, Fizz agrees with me as well. Mugen, how you doing, bro? Seth says this. Says you're stealing big ball found all at the same time. What? Is that what he said? Where did he say this? I can show you when I found all. Let me go on my Canva. For anyone thinking I stole alt, but I found alt way in advance, bro. Just to let you know. Where's my alt core? Let me see if I can find it. Oh, there he is. Look, my alt core was on the 21st of May. You can see right there, I gave my alt core on the 21st of May. And look at the price. The price was between 17 to 15, and that was more or less the bottom at that time, at least. His alt core was January the 5th. So you tell me who found it first, my friend. And keep in mind, at this time, half of his Patreon was in my Patreon. So if he's saying I stole it, I don't really believe that. If he's saying that, I haven't heard of it. Like I said, me and him, we're not really beefing anymore. We don't really care. I don't really care or talk about him anymore. But that, that does say itself, 5th of June, and the 21st of May. So, you can clearly see I found it way in advance. You guys can see right there, bro. So I don't really believe he said that, because if he is, then he's obviously clearly lying. The proof is all in the pudding. I found everything first, with proof as well, obviously. Found tech term way before, found AI tech, all of these projects I found way in advance, and I got them at the bottom. And bro, look, I don't need to talk about this again, but if he thinks he found all before me, he's obviously waffling. Anissa, how you doing? It's good to see you as well. Crypto Legend, how you doing, brother? 500 G's. David, how you doing? Yeah, I am gonna. Oh yeah, Rio is. So let's get into the RWA projects. This is an RWA stream. Let's only talk about RWA today. One of the first projects that I think is currently facing some FUD, which is fine. It's not a problem. These projects Relio has had FUD for a very long time. Ever since it's come out, there's always been some sort of FUD related to Relio. So for me, I'm not too concerned over the FUD. I think, the way that the FUD is, or there's going to be more tokens in circulation. You guys can see the max supply is 55 million, but because Relio, has been around for a decent amount of time, these eventually get validated. The blocks get, people be mining, staking, whatever. These are is becoming more or less profitable for the miners and for the validators, the stakers. I think those are the most important part of a project. So if it becomes unprofitable for them, 9 times out of 10 they are just going to move on to another project, and that project will die. So the situation for them is quite difficult. All the new degen people that's been buying really or recently obviously don't want the max supply to go up. But then, these tokens, the extra tokens that's supposedly supposed to come in circulation is going to come back, it's going to come into circulation over 40 years. Realistically, who's going to be holding Relio in 40 years' time? I don't think anyone is, or anyone's planning to at least. I'm getting rid of Relio after this cycle, after this bull run. So for us, it doesn't really matter. There's going to be 3% coming into circulation every year, and we're only holding this for one more year. So realistically, there's going to be barely any dilution with the volume of 7 million. That 3% a year is they're going to do fuck all. This is daily volume. I don't really think it's going to matter at all, in my opinion. So Relio is. Yeah, this is not a private stream, bro. This is a public stream. Thoughts on fake AI? I think fake AI is not too bad. It's not too bad. I put these fake AI projects. There's quite a few different ones now. It can do okay. I think it can do okay. It's done a decent amount. Remember, guys, we're only talking about RWA today, but the FUD with this was extra token in circulation. That FUD. Well, that decision has gone through now. So ultimately, this has gone fully through, and we are going to get more tokens in circulation. But this is all short-term FUD. I think give it a couple of weeks, give it to a month. I don't think anyone's going to care anymore. I think it might dip a bit more, but if you don't have a Relio bag now and you're looking for a safe RWA coin, this is one of the best ones in my opinion. When do you think the bear market is in for a year? The bear market will start in a year's time, I think. Just over a year. Maybe a year and a half. Well, yeah, normally, yeah. Bear markets last a long time, my friend. Shinobi, how you doing, bro? Why is based AI dumping? Based AI is dumping because all the people that were staking their tokens and earning based AI coins for free for the last God knows how many months, those guys are now getting their tokens back because the mainnet has gone live. And that's why based AI is dumping. But I think right now, if you hold based AI, it's a good time to DCA in. It's a very good time to DCA in. Based AI now is all the tokens are more or less in circulation. Well, it is 100% in circulation. The validators, the mainnet is live now. So all the people that were staking previously have already gotten their tokens, and that's probably why we've dumped so much. And I've already told you guys, if you've been watching my channel for the past God knows how many months, 3-4 months, I said the best time to buy based AI was when the mainnet went live, because all the people that were staking their tokens will get their tokens when the mainnet goes live, and the mainnet has gone live, and that's why it's dumping so much. Bro, just in case, bro. I mean, look, we went through the period of time where it was waffling, where there was a lot of waffling going around, so I had to have the screenshots ready, bro. They're not in the same category. Cogito, which one? They're both, well, obviously, it depends because Cogito now is merging to a new token. It's hard to say what, I can't really give you that answer until I know what the market cap of the merge is going to be. Smooth, good to see you as well, bro. Oh, they're ready. They're already saved on my. That's why I make my. What's it called? My my thumbnails. Yeah, bro. Everyone already knows this, bro. I don't need to keep going over this. Is the fact that I don't really believe he said that. I don't really believe he said that. Just because you bought alt first at a higher price, you found it first. Well, obviously, I found it first. How does that make sense? I clearly found it first, and then bought. And this is the thing: if you read it, I said buy a small initial bag in case other YouTubers steal it and do a buy alert. And that's why, I found the gem, my friend. I don't think anyone even knew about alt when I found it. The reason everyone found out is because I done a buy alert on it. Do you not understand? Anyways, bro, I'm done entertaining these clowns, man. Yeah, I need to just thoughts on Parcel on Soul Chain. Parcel is pretty good, Tauha. Um, the thing with Parcel is the market cap is not too high, but the dilution is quite heavy. I think there's going to be about a 2x, 3x. Well, I think it's over 2x dilution with a $30 million market cap, 2x dilution. The likely chance of this doing a 20x is reasonable, but anything more than that, I don't really think is possible. And the only good thing about this is the backings. They got the Coinbase venture backings. They've got I would say they got very good backers. The token's pretty decent overall. I think it's a good RWA project. The only problem, obviously, is the dilution. Dilution is heavy. I think 50% of the supply is held by early investors. So, for me, I would stay away from this. I think there's better RWA coins with similar market cap as well. But I think so, yeah. But it's only show RWA coins today. I don't want to be looking at any other projects. Oh, that's crazy. That is. I don't get why they do that. Like, bro, that's probably one of the dumbest thing that AI tech keeps doing is keep showing images of the fucking data center. Like, we know the data center is being built. You don't need to keep posting little stupid updates. Like, what toilet brush you buy next week is stupid. Parcel potentially do a 30 to 50x based tokenomics are weird. It has 16% unlock in April. Bro, I don't really think Parcel has 30 to 50x potential. I don't know where you got that number from. The likely chances of this doing a 30 to 50x is very, very unlikely. There's plenty of better RWA projects than this. Prop base is a way better version of this, in my opinion. This is just a normal real estate, coin. But there's nothing really, the only good thing is they've got Coinbase Ventures. That's it. That's the only good thing. And because it's on Solana. But that Solana hype now is not the same as it was a year ago. People keep trying to jump onto the Solana hype now, which realistically doesn't even make sense because the Solana run has already been done. It ran from $8 all the way to almost 200. I don't know why people are thinking now it's still going to do a 10x. Yes, Solana will pump. Yes, his ecosystem will have a little pump, but it's not going to be anything crazy like it did previously. Don't buy these coins, these fucking Solana coins, and think they're going to do the previous run as it did before. I don't think that's going to happen. There's going to be other bullish chains that's going to take the spotlight. For example, at the moment, Sui is taking that spotlight, and C as well. Both of them two are taking the spotlight now. A lot of meme coins are being traded on there. The only thing that made Solana do is run was the meme coins, but now every chain has got the meme coins. It's not just going to be Solana. It's going to be a bunch of other chains that have cheap transaction fees, can do the meme coins. Is a lot faster. That's why people like C so much, Sui. So I don't really think you should hatch onto the Solana narrative where every single Solana coin is going to go parabolic. That's not going to happen anymore. That's already played out. You don't need to jump on existing narratives. Go find the next narrative, the next layer one that's going to go parabolic. If you bought any of the Sue ecosystem, you would have made a 10 to 20x. If you bought a meme, you would have made like a 30 to 50x in a couple of weeks. Find the next good chain and fun run everyone else. Don't go buy Solana, spam Solana coins now thinking somehow is going to do the same shit. It's not going to do the same shit. The only thing that can probably cause Solana coins to go parabolic is like a Solana ETF now. Because otherwise, Solana is only going to do like a 3-4x max from this point on. Because ETH is so undervalued. Solana is overvalued in my opinion. There's a likely chance that Solana will go down and ETH will go up. That could play out. Patix it's okay. I think with the market cap being so low, it does have potential. But the one thing I don't like about Patix is them targeting one part of the world. I don't really like that narrative. If you're going to be an RWA project, why would you just, you know, target one part? I think it's North America or something, South America. I don't really like that narrative. But if the market cap is 1.6 million, which I highly doubt, then I don't really think it's a bad investment for such a micro cap coin. Yeah, it's 1 million but there's no vesting schedule. That's the only problem. There's actually no vesting schedule. But I would say, Patix isn't too bad. I don't think is the worst coin in the world. The website's decent. They don't really have good backers, but they got decent backers, nothing crazy. But I just don't like how they're only, targeting Latin America. There's, you could just, I just don't see the point of you adding that on. It doesn't make sense. If you just target everyone, people won't be so picky. Brazil's former financial minister. But I think this can do well though. It has, because it's so low in market cap. I think it has the potential to do, a decent amount of gains. If alt don't go above 20 cents, honestly, people won't get interested. It's down 90. Well, most coins are down 90%, my friend. I don't really. If you go look at any new coin that launched this year, they're down between 70 to 90%. I don't really think that's a valid point. People are gonna get interested in alt when the narrative comes into play. They're not just gonna randomly find alt. Alt will be found out when the AI narrative is in play, my friend. It's not gonna just randomly pump. Like, why do you guys care so much about short-term price action? It's not like you're gonna sell. If you get 2x, you're gonna get happy and think the coin is the best in the world now. That's just stupid in my opinion. But I've noticed a lot of people do this where if a project pumps 2-3x in the short term, they instantly think that project is the best in the world now because it's just randomly pumped. It doesn't mean they're going to continue to pump. A lot of these projects will just get forgotten about, and there's going to be other ones to replace them. So I don't really like this narrative where people think, if it gets a 2-3% pump, a 2x, a 2.5x in the short term, in a couple of weeks, that instantly is the best project in the world. I think that's a stupid way to think because, alt is going to, regardless of what you think, my friend, it will still pump when the AI narrative is in play. Trump would lose to Horus. Is Cognito a good buy? No, I wouldn't touch it now. They haven't emerged, bro. If you want to buy and get the merge, they're merging with SDAO and Solvkey, and they're making, an AI/RWA project that ultimately tokenizes AI and GPUs. So if you like that concept, buy CGV now, and then you'll get a 1-to-10 swap. So 1 CGV will be 10 SFI. Relio, how many X's? I think Relio will do a comfortable 20x. But only ask RWA projects. I'm skipping everything else, bro. Huss, how you doing, my friend? That's the FBI document. So in case anyone comes on here and starts talking shit, the FBI documents is on there. How stupid, that guy who asked that question, what was his name? How stupid is this guy here? Skookin. He goes, someone found it first, and then I showed him the proof that I found it first, and then he goes, oh, why does it matter if you called it first? Now, how stupid is this guy, bro? Is this guy retarded or something? Like, he literally said, someone said that he found it before me. I've shown him the proof that I found it, made the call way in advance, during that big dip when he had a big dip, and then afterwards he got found. And this guy is now saying, you found it first, but why does that matter? This guy is fucking retarded, bro. I'm gonna ban this guy actually. Why are you gonna make such a stupid comment? You know what? I'm not even gonna have retards like this on my stream, bro. Somebody ban this retard, bro, whatever his name is. That guy on the screen, ban him. Based AI could keep dumping due to Peppercoin staking, and they will get a bunch of free based AI coins. Are they going to continuously do this though? Because if they are, then it's probably will continue to dump. I thought it was after the mainnet is live, you can't really do that no more. And I thought that was one of the main reasons people didn't stake that shit. But if he's gonna continuously do that, then this is just gonna continuously, you know. Is it the same guy? Is it the same retard? The Isaac guy keeps fucking fudding. Oh, bro, listen, I don't care. You don't have to buy it, my friend. It makes no difference. You keep coming on here waffling about these coins, bro. Just don't buy them, bro. It makes no difference. We're talking about RWA. We're not even talking about anything else, bro. I don't know why you keep talking about alt. Didn't you say that altcoin season is near? I think it's near, yeah. Altcoin season will happen when the Fed adds to the balance sheet. You see this blue line over here? That's the Fed's balance sheet. So when that starts going up and the Fed is switching from QT to QE, that is when we will have an alt season. At the moment, we are not going to get an alt season because we're still in QT. And during QT phases, people often go to the king of the cryptoverse, which is Bitcoin. And that's why the dominance continues to go higher. Every single time this has a little correction, all the Twitter retards keep calling for an alt season. But bro, it's literally it goes up here, it comes down here and people start calling for alt season and just for it to go back up again. This will happen when the Fed goes into QE. That's what it is, because all the smart money will start, getting rid of some of their Bitcoin and start switching it back into altcoins. Because when the Fed goes into QE, they start printing more money, and those money goes into the riskier assets, which is altcoins. That's all it is. When the Fed starts adding to the balance sheet, that is when you start buying altcoins. It's as simple as that. Obviously, you don't just throughout the years, if you didn't buy altcoins, you would have ultimately not made money. But this is following the dominance thing is for people that hold a decent amount of Bitcoin. If you don't hold no Bitcoin, you don't need to hold this, because the reason people even follow the dominance is people that want to buy the top 10 coins. That's what it is, the top 10, top 20 coins. But then, for short term is a good indicator to know which way the market is going to go. Is Bitcoin going to go up? Because every time Bitcoin goes up, alts don't follow. That's how it is. Like I said, the dominance thing, you don't really want to follow it unless you only want to buy the top 10 coins. Because now, compared to last year, if you bought Ethereum last year with one Bitcoin, you would have got like maybe 20 Ethereum. Now you can probably get 50 Ethereum. You get double the Ethereum because your Bitcoin's worth way more than Ethereum has pumped over the last 2-3 years. That's what it's for. It's not for us low cap investors. If you follow this as a low cap investor, you would have missed on hundreds of X's. So it doesn't really matter, but it's good. It's a good indicator just for short term, price action. Which RWA coin? Okay, so the first one was obviously Relio. The second very good RWA coin. These are the ones that I would not be. Well, I would buy Relio now, but I would not be buying prop base now, just because prop base has pumped a decent amount. The private group guys made approximately a 2x on this from the lows, or if they bought it, it's up almost 14 cents. And what I think what's happened is a lot of money that flew out of Relio is flowing into these tokens. I think prop base is probably the second best RWA coin in my opinion. That's why money keeps flowing into it and it keeps pumping the piece of shit. I wanted to buy more, but it is what it is. But yeah, prop base, very good. Breaking, very good. What else is there? There's a few other ones we'll talk about in a second. How is everyone participating in the low cap degeneracy in the UK? Can't find a single exchange or DEX. Yeah, so the best thing to do, my friend, is to get Mexi. I think Mexi now is available on the App Store. Or if you can't access it on the App Store, just go buy it directly. Go on the Mexi website. You can literally download it. Even with the band, you can literally download it yourself and use Mexi. Mexi is the best place for the degeneracy. That's where all the altcoins are, my friend. Mexi. You need to grab Mexi. There's only 22 likes, boys. Smash the like button right now. If you don't smash, you're gay. SE token is RWA. We can have a look at SE. I think I might have looked into this before. I don't think it's a bad token. 3 million, 2x dilution, volume is okay. I think this was too niche though. Is this not the wine thing? Or is it? It's not. Are you sure this is RWA? This looks like an NFT shit. Launchpad season. Boy, this looks like an NFT coin. Launchpads. I don't really think this is RWA, my friend. This does not look like RWA. Thoughts on Bricken? I think Bricken's a good token, my friend. I like Bricken. Do you think HTX will be as big as the bull run good returns? Well, HTX is pretty good. We made like a 10x. The people that brought in, I put this in my DGM portfolio, and ultimately from the price that we got, well, the people that brought in, they're up 10x. But I would not be buying now, bro. You're basically going to be buying the top, and I don't really like buying this anything at the top, at least, especially when it's pumped 10x. They have a little correction, then buying. This is still only 5.6, well, $5.8 million in market cap. It's not like it's 10 million, 12 million, whatever it is. It's still reasonably low. But I personally would not be buying at these prices. This still has a mint function for some stupid reason. How you doing, David? Do I think Jupiter will be a good safety net? I think Jupiter is pretty good, especially with the recent work. Um, I think it has good potential, yes. Obviously, you're not going to get anything more than a 5 to 10x with this. But if you're happy with a 5 to 10x as a safety net, I think this is not a bad one, my friend. Don't expect anything more than that, though. Dicing, how you doing, bro? Killing the game every damn day. Thank you very much, brother. In a small portfolio, 8% immunity, okay, and 13%. I don't think you should have 8% immunity. Lower it down to like 5%. Yeah, we can have a look at ISO ping. I think ISP is actually not too bad. It does have its times where it just randomly pumps. I don't really think it's a bad token though. I think this is one of those tokens you want to trade rather than hold long term, because just look at the chart, right? It tends to pump, just kind of dump back down, hold a little bit, and then pump again. But it's not one that consistently goes up. So the best thing to do is keep it on your watch list. Whenever you get a good buying opportunity, I don't think this is a bad token. You have to think if it goes back to his all-time highs, the 5x. But I think this will surpass his all-time highs though. This may reach 25, 30 million in the bull run. It's not a bad token though, but this is more of a trade rather than long-term hold, just because of how old it is. It's been around for already been through one cycle, bro. The likely chances of this doing very well, I don't really see it though, to be honest. But it's a good trade though. I look at it as a trade. Bro, he keeps spamming this. I'm just gonna have to skip his shit. How do I keep calm getting asked the same questions about? This is part of the live streaming, this is part of it, bro. Literally, I get asked literally the same questions every single day. Every single time I live stream, the same people come on here and ask the same thing. And it's like, bro, how many confirmations do you need? It's not like my opinion is going to change in 1 week's time or in 4 days' time. It's the same. It's going to be the same, my friend. But it is quite annoying, though, sometimes. Oh, I don't really mind too much anymore. I think I've gotten used to it. EMC just hit all-time low. Let's have a look. EMC, unless they fix the tokenomics, but I just wouldn't touch it. Yeah, because it went from 2 million to 7 million. So all the people that got their tokens obviously dumping now, which makes sense. Strike X. This is quite a unique one. It's not one that tends to pump too much, but it does have good utility. Strike X is a 5 to 10x coin in my opinion. It's been at the same price for the God knows how long, bro. It had a low pump, but nothing crazy though. It went from 3 cents to 10 cents. That's not really. This has never been one of those ones that tend to pump. Not only because it's an old token, because they don't really market themselves. And with the market cap being this high, people just don't really like it. That's my opinion. Ego Chain. Let's have a look at Ego Chain. This might have been one of the better ones from my memories. I've already looked into this though. Tokenize anything. Ego Chain is Ethereum compatible blockchain. Cosmos SDK powering Ego more is an enhanced commercial experience, enables secondary liquidity for real world assets. We're aiming to build the future of tokenization. What the fuck is this? Yeah, this isn't too bad, my friend. This is not too bad. From first glance, it's not too bad. The website's okay. I don't know about if they got a team or not. Let's just have a look. I'm assuming they have a docs team. If you have a decent website, 9 times out of 10. Or they don't really have a docs team, but they have a LinkedIn page. I just don't understand. If you got LinkedIn, why do you not just put your face on here? That's just so stupid. I hate when they do a lot of retarded stuff like that. But this is not a bad one, though. It's decent. Tokenize anything is a bit broad, but that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. RWX is let's have a look at it. I might have looked at all of these before. Is this not the wine one? I'm pretty sure this is the wine one. This is the wine one, isn't it? Yeah, this is the one. This is the one, right? The wine one. Someone told me to look at this a few days ago. They've got decent partnerships, trade emerging industries of real world assets indexes up to 50x leverage. It's just stupid, bro. It's like a DEX RWA. Yeah, I'm not too keen on this, bro. Had a decent pump though. Was that why people are shilling this? Because he had a pump. He had a very good pump, damn. It's very low in market cap. That's probably why he pumped. But there's still like 3x dilution left. So I'll have to look at the vesting schedule. But it's quite niche. That's the thing. It's quite niche because you don't want, the thing is these leverage stuff, there's like hundreds of them. So I'm not too keen on them. Can I show the USDT dominance? Yeah, look, another thing that I told you guys is every single time the USDT dominance hits this trend line, it tends to bounce back up. It hit it once, got rejected, hit it twice, got rejected. The third time it hit it again and it bounced. This is a very good indicator to tell you guys which way the market is going to go. And another thing is, if you guys have been, following the history of the USDT dominance chart, you guys will know it has a very, very long-term trend line. I have not drawn it on, but this long-term, trend line is more or less connected right there. I can't show you on here, but every single time it's hitting this long-term trend line, which is approximately here. I have not got the line drawn, but it's bound. And this was a very good indicator to tell you that March was the top. This was another good indicator. Gold breaking out was another good indicator. When gold broke out in March, that should have been an indicator to de-risk because smart money was de-risking now. It's starting to sense, a weakness in the market, a weakness in the labor market, because at that time, the labor market was slowly going up. But because during the, the mania phase, no one really gave a fuck, especially people in the crypto space. A lot of people in the crypto space say this often, where they say this stupid shit where macros don't matter. They say that term a lot. Macros don't matter. But then when you see unemployment go up slowly every month, going up by 1%, 2%, smart money tends to de-risk, and that's why Bitcoin's been stuck in its phase because it needs a confirmation which way to go. If it keeps going up, the confirmation is to go down. If unemployment is looking good, it will have the confirmation to go up. Up until then, that's why we've been stuck in this range for a long time, because there's the confirmation has not been done yet. That's what we're looking to do. Like, if November is a very pivotal time, if the unemployment rate goes down or stays the same, 9 times out of 10, the market is going to break past this and we're going to go higher. However, if it gets rejected and unemployment starts going back up again, and then most likely we're probably going to head down here again for one last time. And it's not going to happen in a straight line. It will come down, consolidate, have little pumps in between, and then come down again to this trend line. And that could happen by the end of the year. So November is a very important time for the markets. Because it doesn't matter if you pump back up to 68K now, 70K. If unemployment just comes in hot, this entire pump becomes invalid because the market will just sell off again. Pretty sure, pretty much just waiting on the labor market data and election results. Then market, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I just said. What the fuck? That's exactly what I just said. That's exactly right. Liquidity. That's pretty much what the market is waiting on now. There's nothing else to it. Everything else is already, more or less played out. Inflation is no longer, a thing right now. Yes, CPI went up and we had a little dump, but ultimately, we just recovered back up because no one cares about inflation anymore. Inflation has already been sorted with. The only people are, the thing is, if inflation comes back up, it won't gonna happen in the next, 6 months. It'll happen in a year's time. So, for the next year, no one's gonna care about inflation. The only thing that's keeping us down is geopolitical war and the unemployment. That's it. Once unemployment is dealt with, and once geopolitical wars, you can't really predict anyways. So, yeah, it's more than 90% diluted. G. Which project is this, my friend? X. How you doing, my friend? Small circulating supply, but investing looks good, healthy, happy to be wrong and land. Thanks in advance. Yeah, we can have a look at it, my friend. Land X. Let's have a look. Look, the thing is, right, when the RWA narrative takes off, most of these projects will pump. So you're not going to have to worry about if you buy these. As long as you stick around and hold them, for as long as possible, you are going to make money. That's the thing, is if you have the patience, you have to just wait for the next RWA pump to take off and you will make money. Obviously, if you buy up here, then you're going to be waiting a long time. But realistically, we can have a look at this token though. The fuck, why am I so dark on my screen? Invest, trade, agriculture, commodities backed by farmland. Oh, I remember this. This does have potential to be fair. It is niche because a lot of people don't really invest in wheat and some of these other stuff, but rice, corn, wheat. But you can get some good APY though. So they've got proof of reserves, which is very good. And they're powered by Chainlink, which is very good as well. This is overall, I don't really think it's a bad token. If they have a doc Steam, would probably be better. I don't know if they have or not. Were they audited? Who they audited by? Quant Stump Audit. Do they have a docs team? Because if they have a docs team, the thing is, like, if you are providing yield, APY, then realistically you should have a docs team just to have that trust level. I would not be locking up my tokens in a project, no matter how good it is, whatever that, if they don't have a docs team, because if it gets rugged or thingy, there's no one to put a face on. So if it doesn't have a docs team and the odd, and it offers yield and stuff, and I personally would stay away from that because people will not utilize it, people will not adopt it. Thoughts on Goldfinch? I think Goldfinch is pretty good. I think GFI will have a cool pump. I don't really think GFI is a bad project. It obviously is a lot higher market cap, but if you want a good safety net that's mid cap but still has decent potential, I don't think GFI is a bad one, my friend. It does have good potential, but the pumps are going to be minimum for this though. How do I find gems early? Well, the thing is, there's no other way, but you have to find them while they're like in pre-sale. So you don't find tokens when they launch because that's when everyone knows about them. Find them in pre-sale. Some of these tokens, and you have to get very lucky sometimes as well because it has to be at the right time. If you get a token that's very hot, for example, something like off the grid or everyone's already talking about it, you're not gonna get the chance to buy it cheap. You have to find very, good tokens, but no one really knows about them. That's how you find them. And if you look at alt, no one knew about alt. I promise you, no one knew about alt. Because if everyone knew about alt, they would have already bought it. And this is the thing, people would have bought it a long time ago. But no one, I've not seen anyone talk about alt up until I spoke about it. And then because this is how it works, right? Every single Patreon group, every single YouTuber knows each other's buy alerts. So when I give a buy alert, people in my group will go into the other groups and be like, oh, what do you think about this token? What do you think about this token? And when they look at it and it's a good token, they do a buy alert as well. Because they know, that's how people find out these tokens. And that's why it looks like everyone's copying each other, realistically. If you find it first, it buys after you. That's how it is. But these tokens, you have to find them. Well, you have to front run narratives, bro. It doesn't matter how good the token is. If it's not in a good narrative, it's just not going to pump, bro. No one's going to care about it. Sam, walaikum salam, brother. How you doing? Goldfinch is look for accumulation. Goldfinch is pretty good, yeah. Any thoughts about UBX? I do like UBX. I actually made good money on UBX. I don't know if it's on here, but yeah, I made like a 20x on UBX. I was very big on RWA since like early 2022. I did like I've been looking at Relio, some of these old, SMT, some of these older RWA coins since the bear market. When the bear market, I was waiting to buy these ones because from the previous cycle, I did think RWA was a narrative that no one really talked about at that time, and this is why patience pays off. Bro, SMT was dead for so long, at pennies, 1 pence. Sometimes it went under a penny, and then randomly it went on to do 100x. That's why you have to be patient. And it took over a year to happen. It did not happen straight away. This is why tell you guys, in order to get the 100x's, the 30x's, the 50x's, you have to be patient. There's no other way. There's literally no other way. I told you guys I bought Relio during the FTX crash, and I had to Relio pumped fairly quick. But to get to this fucking 150x or whatever I got from Relio, it took years. It did not happen straight away. If you want something like that, you have to go and buy meme coins, bro. Like for example, Speedy, was called in my VIP group done 100x literally the last week. Speedy done 100x. If you want 100x, go find the meme coins. You're not gonna find them with utility. Utility takes years in order for you to make money. That's why people say wealth is created over time. It's not created, in 1 week. So I tell you guys, patience will always pay off for you because crypto, the market, always goes up. There's always going to be FUD to bring it down, but ultimately, if you're patient enough, it will just go back up. That's how it is, unless we have some sort of big collapse. But then even then, it will still go back up in maybe a year's time. But you have to be able to, this type of stuff does not take 1 week, 2 weeks to play out. It takes years, bro. For me to make a ATX, 100x, and SMT, which it went on to do like 110x, it took over a year. But you have to hold for that year, bro. These tokens are going to be dead, going down 50% one day, up 10% the next day. You have to be able to just hold it, bro, until the sufficient gains come. But the only way to do that is front run the narratives. RWA was dead. No one ever talked about RWA during 2022, early 2023. Everyone's talking about it now, but I'm positioning UBX. I got a moon bag of UBX. I've got Leox. I sold all my Leox, but I made good money on it. SMT, I made very good money on. Relio, I still hold my Relio bag. I made very, very good money on that. You have to be able to hold these for a long time in order to make the crazy gains, but you have to get into the narratives early. Anyone that bought AI coins in early 2022, well, late 2022, early 2023, you would have ultimately made a shit ton of money till now, hundreds of X's, because you fund run the narrative. But UBX is pretty good, my friend. I think UBX still has some legs to do a decent amount of gains. But the thing is, there's going to be other newer RWA coins launching in Q4. Those are the ones you want to be grabbing. So for this to go back to his all-time highs, you're looking at about 6x. It's not bad, but you probably will go more than that. If you can get it, if you got it a little bit lower down here, you would have been chilling. 3 million, that's a 10x. SMT price prediction. I think SMT it's okay. But the problem with SMT is not a lot of people talk about it. Like I said, you would have only made this money on SMT if you got in lows. This was during the RWA pump. It went on to do from 30, let's say you bought the exact bottom, 21 cent. It went on to do, a 5x, 6x. That's it. It's not one that's going to give you crazy returns, especially now. Now it's too late to buy this shit. Now it's already ran. No one really talks about SMT. So I would look for other alternatives than SMT, my friend. The money's already been made on this. You have to find something better than this. C-Sense, how you doing, bro? Great AMAs earlier, bullish as fuck. I have not watched it. I need to listen to it. Tectum is very good as well, bro. Very good token. The like button has a small market cap. Let's fix that. Pump it. Boys, smash the like button right now. If you haven't already done so, hit the likes. I would appreciate it loads. What do you think about the base proxy, the exposure of Coinbase? Since there's no base token, I heard Brett and Arrow as proxies. That's what they are. The base, there's no base token, but base is a chain, a layer 2. So it doesn't really need the token. They have, to be fair, if base is doing well, Brett and Arrow will do well. That's a very good way to put it, Sovereign. It's a very good way to put it. RSR, nah, I wouldn't buy that, bro. I can't believe people still talking about this one. Reserve rights. This was okay, but bro, it's too high a market cap. Hasn't really done shit last year, bro. Oftentimes, people tend to hold onto or latch onto previous cycle gains, and that's not a good way to do it, because for this to go reach its all-time highs, you're looking at 1.5 billion. If this reaches 1.5 billion, now would be like a 12x, 10x, 12x, and that's very unlikely because during the previous pump, it reached 600k, and over the times, dilution comes into play. This still has another 3x or 2x dilution, so I don't really think it's a bad token fundamentally, but in terms of making you money, this ain't the place to put your money in, bro. This ain't gonna make you no money. This had its time. It already had the parabolic pump when it went from 14 million. It basically done 100x, well over 100x, just over. I think it was probably done like 110x. It went to 1.5, well, just under 1.5, and it initially started at like 12. So this already done 100x in the previous cycle, and you're not gonna get anything more than a 5-10x on this now. I'm still in the gym, but managed to be watching. Yahuza, how you doing, bro? It's very good to see you, my friend. This is the OG. Yahuza is an OG from the Telegram group, my free Telegram group. He's been in there on the journey with me for a very long time, and he's a great guy as well. How did the bitch ass what he created crypto rovers such as huge? I don't understand. I don't understand how them guys get huge followings. Maybe they just pay for shillings. But they've been around for such a long time. People think they know what they're doing. I don't know how he has so much followers though. Like, he's one of those guys that's been saying old season since literally March, April times. These guys, a lot of influencers been doing that. That's why they've been getting wrecked. They don't understand macros, so they just tell you it's a halving year. It has to pump. The halving years technically, they're not wrong in that sense. But halving years, the market tends to do well. But they don't understand it's a business year. It's not going to play out like every other cycle. We're in a rate hiking cycle, and generally, rate hiking cycle is not favorable for altcoins, all throughout the years. Business years take a long time to play out, and oftentimes you're going to get periods where altcoins will do well, and you're going to get periods where Bitcoin will do well. It doesn't just all work the same way. What do I think about SMT? I've already talked about SMT like literally 5 minutes ago, Maria. Is there any websites that you can track when narratives becomes popular? The best way to do it is, well, there's going to be narratives that come into play. For example, the BRC ordinals, that was a narrative that spawned out of nowhere. And if you grabbed anything in that narrative, you would have made good money, anywhere between a 30x to 100x. So you tracked on like 100x. And all ordinals did like a 30, 35x maybe max. But you could have grabbed anything in that narrative when it went parabolic. But these narratives come into play anyways. You know about them. It's just if you're willing to take that risk. That's all it is. Some people, a lot of people, just not willing to take that risk. Ordinals building on Bitcoin was never a thing. So when those tokens claiming to build on Bitcoin, that's in itself a narrative. I think ordinals may have a comeback though at some point. Lumia is a very good token, but it's ran too much, bro. Just ran too much. Lumia is a good token. Yeah, Mavia will still do well, bro. Minato, how you doing, bro? My hair's looking bullish today. Whenever my hair looks bullish, the market is gonna dump. Whenever my hair looks bearish, the market is gonna go up. Jay, how you doing, bro? How you doing, my friend? What's your thoughts on HZN? Interesting utility, low cap, 1.93 million. Mexi octopus red waving. I don't know what that means, but we can have a look at it though. What does Mexi octopus red waving? I don't know what the hell that means, but Horizon Protocol, 2 million, 2.9. It's on the BNB chain, which is not ideal. Almost 100% diluted. Trade the real economy, a decentralized derivative trading and liquidity protocol. Up to 50x leverage. But I hate these tokens, man. Get exposure to real world assets. DeFi by trading, borrowing, swapping synthetic assets. Chainlink. They've got good backers though, I'll give them that. They got hacking, so they're probably audited by hacking. It doesn't seem they have a docs team. Maybe they do actually. No, I don't think they do. At least they got a blog. It doesn't look that bad though. It looks like an old token though, that's the thing. Yeah, it is an old token. It looks like this token is dead though, my friend. It looks like they don't know no marketing for the past year. I wouldn't touch this unless you want to quickly trade it. Is White Streamer still a good coin? It's debatable. It's debatable. I think it will pump at some point for sure. But is it a good coin? Is debatable. The market cap, if it was 2.3 million, yes, I would say it would have been a good coin. But the real market cap behind this project is way higher than what the other places will tell you. The real market cap, because it's been almost fully vested, according to Crypto Rank at least, is the real market cap is 11 million. So because the market cap is 11 million, I just don't think this is a good token anymore. That's it. If it was 2.3 million, yes, it would be worth a bag. But right now, no. I think it will definitely pump though. Are we buying grape? No, I'm not buying grape. Unless you want to chuck a tiny bit of money into it. Buy Corpor ICNX. I wouldn't buy any of those. I would not be buying any of those, my friend. Not anytime soon. ICNX is decent. It's not too bad. It's like a degen pick, but it's on Polygon, which is a dead chain. So the chain is not going to help this narrative. So, look, this is the thing, right? A bullish chain can make a project pump more than just a narrative. So, for example, if a chain's on a bullet, if a project is on a bullish chain and a bullish narrative, it's more likely to outperform a project that's just on a bullish narrative. So, if a project's on like AI, but it's on fucking Tau or something, is likely to outperform something else that's only AI, but not on a bullish chain. You see what I'm saying? So this will pump with the gaming narrative, but it's not likely to do that well because it's on Polygon, and Polygon's not going to do that well. That's the thing. And the thing is, it's a car racing game, bro. The quality game's ass. People will play it if the earning is good. That's it. But this is like you put a low, tiny percentage in there, like a few $100 or whatever, and you leave and you forget about it. But Corpor is not too bad. I don't think Corpor is bad. They obviously have a lot of red flags with the team. The teams, they've already been known to scam previous projects. And the dilution is not the best for this project. the dilution isn't the best. That's the only red flags with Corpo. But I still think it can pump. But when people look at this, they're just not gonna like it. They're just not gonna like it. But yeah, it's good exchange listings though. That's the only thing I would say. Got Bybit, Gate, Mexi, KuCoin. These are decent exchanges. Me personally, I wouldn't be buying ICNX, but Corpo is not too bad though. But Corpo is going to be worth it below 10 cents. Otherwise, I'm not touching it. Omnia, I think I've looked into that before. I'll skip that one. Actually, let me check. If it's not RWA, I'm not going to look at it, my friend. And I don't think it's on here. Doesn't look like it's on here. Yeah, I don't think it's on here, my friend. And this is OM. Like, no, it's not. Base AI bottomed out when the new sex team. Base AI bottomed out. When new sex and team docs anything building. Well, why are you asking me when the new sex is and all this stuff? I don't care. I don't really talk about base AI, but you're asking the wrong person. How are you gonna ask me when there are gonna be new exchange listings as if like I'm part of the team or something? But what the fuck? What kind of question is that? When new sex? How the fuck am I supposed to know when there's new sex exchange listings for them, bro? Do I look like I'm part of the team? But it looks like I don't know if it's bottomed out though. Focus on RWA coins, my friend, not fucking AI, bro. I know Cubic and Rio have great community, no more. Cubic is, I don't really like Cubic, but I know Rio has a great community. But the problem with Rio is now is half, I think some community members have more or less left. It's backed by Binance. KOAI. Oh, this project. I don't think it's backed by Binance, but I think it's got incubated by Binance, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is backed by Binance Labs. The fuck even is this? And a consumer AI network 3D global extension used on X. Oh, it's one of those X things. I don't really think it's backed by Binance. I think that's a scam. I don't really. I have to double. You have to clarify this stuff, but don't just look at the website and it says backed by Binance Labs and actually believe it. You have to double check it. Boy, smash the like button right now. People are just free watching, bro. It's crazy. Crypto God, how you doing, my friend? It's very, very good to see you. I'm at work, absolute chaos. Have you have background amazing provide stream? Crypto God, I appreciate you, my friend. It's good to see you as well, though. Hope you're having fun at work. Cleotech. Boys, let's try and find a good RWA coin. The fuck? This does not look the best, though. It does not look the best. Cleotech, unique, positive way to do good. The fuck do you mean? How is this RWA, though? I'm confused. Good for sports. Sports for good. Marketing for good. It's good. But this is not RWA, bro. What the fuck even is this? Why did they need a token for that shit? Is the unlock for the 19th for Caro? I thought it was the 16th. Yeah, it'll most likely drop the price either, I think. I think people are seeing the Trump leading the polls and the elections. I do think so, yeah. And not only because of that. Generally, when Bitcoin dumps, meme coins have a little pump. Is it RWA though, Afi? Let me know if it's RWA. I'll have a look at it. Esky, that sounds like an RWA project. It sounds like a real estate project. So let's just look at it. $47 million in market cap, so it's quite high. It's an old token. Is this, if it's not RWA, I'm instantly clicking off. Oh, it is. Okay, real world utility. Deliver zero utility. Oh, it's not even RWA, but fuck. So it's a decentralized finance token. It's quite old as well. It looks like it's not doing too bad though. Yeah, I would stay away from this, but the chart looks awful. Goldfinch is good, Matthew. I do like Goldfinch, but look, Goldfinch is a 5 to 10x coin. I don't expect anything more than a 10x with Goldfinch. I think there's going to be lower caps that's outperformed that for sure. SKey is not RWA. I don't think this is not RWA, my friend. This is a decentralized finance token. Just because it says real world on there, that does not mean it's RWA. This is not going to pump with the RWA narrative. How can you join the private group? The private group at the moment is full, my friend. The private group is full, unfortunately. CZ follows. Oh, if CZ follows them, then most likely they are backed. I think that will pump though. If you put like $50 in there and just forget about it, you might wake up one day and you might just do a 50x. That's the type of token that is though. You also knew, yeah, because I'm in contact with Alt and Sensei. I'm not in contact with Based AI. You know, the projects that I like, I tend to at least speak to the team to get some, some alpha on it. But I don't really follow Based AI. I've been following them here and there. I don't really, I don't really think the Based AI team is doxed. I've never seen them doxed. So, I don't think they're doxed either. And I don't know if they're gonna get more exchange listings. I thought they got one with Mexi. I don't know if they can have any more. You're gonna have to go into their Telegram and ask them. But I don't really follow Based AI. I think it's a good token, but I don't really follow them. Cool guy, I appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate that a lot. Buy Ondo or GFI. I think GFI will outperform Ondo, but obviously Ondo is a lot safer. Ondo is, I think it will do less than a 10x, but it is a good safe token. If you're gonna put a large amount of money and you want something like a 5x, 6x, go for Ondo because you're gonna have way more liquidity to get out. But GFI, you'll still have liquidity, but it will outperform Ondo for sure. Tectum is good, my friend. I like Tectum a lot. Oh, V State. Yeah, we can have a look at V State. But I only find the vesting schedule seems like a scam, but I'm not sure. I think V State has been around for such a long time. No, actually, no, this is V State right here. I remember this. I don't think it's a scam, but I don't know why it has a tax function. Whenever a project has a tax function, but you can just buy out Mexi, it makes no difference. The tax function is invalid if they have Mexi. It seems to be pumping though, short term. I've realized ever since Relio has gone down, people are looking for like degen RWA coins. It's probably why this is pumping. A lot of money is flowing into. That's why HTX went parabolic. HTS went parabolic because of Relio. People were looking for alternatives versions. Hey, it seems they're still working, but they're partnering with fucking Ring AI, bro. Fuck. But this is just a concept. They don't have a single real estate property, so this could pump, but it's not one of those you can put a decent amount of money in. The reason you have to find good tokens, my friend, is because you have to think about liquidity. Are you going to have enough liquidity to get out? And this is why, if you own a group or you have a group, you can't just give buy alerts and everything because you have to know if they're going to get more exchange listings. Because if they lack the liquidity, well, if 300 people sell at once, that token's getting rock pulled more or less. But if there's enough liquidity and the token's hot, people selling is not going to make that much of a difference. That's why you have to be careful what you give buy alerts on. You can't just give buy alerts and spam it on a bunch of low caps because, bro, you're going to struggle to get out when it's time to sell. Because they're going to pump, but they're not going to be enough liquidity for too many people. The connections to Pepe Coin and influence sec listing for Based AI. It's not that Pepe Coin, bro. It's this Pepe Coin. Is this Pepe? It's not that Pepe, bro. You're thinking of a different Pepe. Or is it this one? Or which one is it? There's Pepe and there's Pepe Coin. There's a difference. This is the one linked to based AI, Pepe coin. Obviously, you have the normal Pepe, which is just Pepe. There's a different. I'm pretty sure there's a big difference between them. My friend, Tectum's a good token, bro. I've already, it's on my, it's on right here. You see, Tectum's in my best gems section. I've already talked about Tectum. I've been holding Tectum for the past 2 years now, a year and a half. I think Tectum's a good token. EMC any good? EMC is pretty good, but unless they fix the tokenomics, I just wouldn't touch it, bro. What RWA do I think has the biggest potential? I think prop based Relio. In terms of low caps, I had a few, but obviously now they've merged, and now they're going to get other tokens. So it's going to be quite difficult to catch a low cap. You can buy LBM, you can buy HTS, you can buy all of these tokens, but they've already kind of pumped a lot. LBM's not pumped too much. But the problem with LBM is the team holds like 50% of the supply, which is unlocked, and they can add it into circulation anytime they want, which I don't really like. The way I look at it is, if a token has no use case for the tokens, if they don't have a reason to unlock the tokens, why do you have them unlocked? They could just dump into circulation anytime they want. Not only would that fuck up the market cap, but it will get diluted and it will dump heavy because those token holders are going to potentially dump a decent amount of that. Digital passports is not RWA, my friend. That's a DeFi project. Digital, that's either privacy. That does not come under RWA. How is digital passports RWA? How does that even make sense? RWA is tokenizing, my friend. Tokenization. Any project that has tokenization in their name pumps with RWA. SKey does not pump with RWA because it's just because it does digital passports and design. That's a DeFi project, my friend. Even a DeFi, or you can probably put as a privacy coin or something. It's not RWA. 5 BTC to join private group. 1 BTC is enough. Just a small amount, 5 only, and you can join us. Bro, I'm doing RWA coins. You keep shilling AI coins, bro. Massa is okay, not too bad. Rose has never been a hold, bro. I would never hold Rose. When do I see alt bomb? I think alt will bomb next month. Sometimes mid next month, alt will bomb out. Oasis protocol doesn't grow. I don't really like Oasis protocol, man. Rose is just ass. It's a relic from the previous cycle. Skim profit slowly when getting out. No one realized anyone sold. Yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to sell in chunks. You can't just sell all at once, bro. That's when you fuck up the charts. Do I like CPOol? I do like CPOol, but that's like I said, that's another like 5 to 6 to 7x coin. That's all you're gonna get with those projects. Prop chain is pretty good as well. I like prop chain. Is not really, no. I don't really. But why do people keep thinking SA is an RWA coin? I don't really see how it's RWA. I thought that looks like an NFT coin. I don't know how that's RWA because it doesn't do nothing RWA. Why does that come under the RWA section? I'm genuinely confused. Prop chain is good, my friend. Yes, prop chain is good. It'll probably do a cool 10 to 20x, I think. Fear and greed, almost 60% greed. How is that possible and barely any pump? Fear and greed was yesterday was 70. I think it was 73%. Now it's come down a bit. Well, fear and greed is 71 according to this. Maybe it hasn't been updated yet. But this greed is Bitcoin pump, bro. We haven't really had a sufficient dump since the 52K to be back in fear. Main narrative prediction next cycle. I don't really think you can do. I think the likely chances of a return, maybe there's going to be some narratives that will return. I think maybe quantum computing could be one. I think that might become a narrative next cycle. I think DeFi will make a comeback. If something collapses something goes wrong in the financial system, which I think it will within, by 2026, I think DeFi could make a comeback. At the moment, DeFi is dead, but there's a good chance that DeFi will come back. I think AI will continue to pump. I think RWA will continue to pump. I think gaming will always pump in crypto. Meme coins will continue to pump. But there's going to be something new. As something new technology comes out, there will be a new narrative. Maybe, I don't know, building on something else. It's going to be something. We will catch on to something. I think the most likely chance of a good narrative next cycle would be quantum computing. And I think I would be buying some quantum computing coins next cycle. And maybe metaverse as well. Maybe the metaverse tokens maybe come back next cycle as well. Why? Because by the time the next cycle appears, technology would have improved. We might have, cheap VR headsets that everyone can afford, and therefore RWA coins could make a comeback. These are the stuff you have to think in advance in order to position yourself when these narratives do go parabolic. So, I do think metaverse make a comeback, DeFi, and maybe what was the other one I was talking about? I think RWA will continue to go though. I think RWA will only get bigger throughout the years. Yo, Black, that's funny, but no, I am. I might just a giant chunk, fuck up the chart, fuck up some. That's why I don't like TA, bro. TA makes no sense. Paso on Solana. I've already looked into it, player. I don't think it's a bad token though. Car. Is Car out? Car. There was a new token about to launch. I don't think. Oh, it is out. 100% in circulation. Chart looks fucking dead. Oh, this one. Yeah, I don't like this, but it's too niche. It's too niche. You don't need to. You don't need to, bro. You don't need the blockchain to buy and sell and own cars. I don't really see a need for that, bro. You don't need the blockchain to do everything, bro. The blockchain is good for certain stuff. You don't need the blockchain to buy and sell cars. That doesn't even make sense. Kesbo, my brother, how you doing? How you been, bro? It's been a while since I've seen you. How you been? What is the best alternative for real? If you want something that's more or less similar in cap to real, and you want something that can, perform just as well, if not better than real, the best alternative, my friend, would be prop base. Now, obviously, I would not be buying this candle. It has pumped, but the problem is it is $51 million in market cap. It's quite high now. I personally would not be grabbing this. The problem with now, I would not be touching it now, bro. It's been consolidating. If this drops again, it will be a good time to buy. But I think $51 million in market cap, 1 billion. You're not looking too much. You're looking like a 20x. It's possible though. A 20x. This would still do a 20x. Dilution is good as well. But the only problem you have to think about, player, with Parcel is the dilution. But you're looking about 50% of the token holders is early investors. So when the unlock does happen, it's going to dump significantly. Keep that in mind. It is going to dump to shits because you're looking at half of the supply is in the hands of early investors. And they are going to dump it down significantly. So you have to be very careful with that. I think 0.1 long term is very good. So I don't think that's a bad idea. Am I buying any based AI? Not really, no. Not right now. I don't need to buy based AI, bro, because I've already got AGI and AI Tech and I got Alt and Sensei. If I buy any other coin, it will be another low cap. It won't be another high cap. Those people that have missed fucking AGI and you think AGI is too high market cap, you can buy based AI. It's a good safety net. It's not what I don't really think it's that safe, but it's fairly safe. It's very unlikely it's going to rug. The tech is good. The team, the thing about based AI is the tech is really good. What do I think about art trade? I think art trade is pretty good as well, my friend Marcel. I think art trade is good. If AVAX is more used for gaming narrative, do you think Joe will do well? Of course, if AVAX does well, regardless of which narrative it comes with, DeFi, fucking gaming, Joe will perform as well. 9 times out of 10, if the main chain does well, the DEX does well as well. Just how it is. That's why a lot of people, that's why when Sui done well, Sui pad and SS swap went parabolic, they obviously outperform the main DEX because they're so low in market cap. But that's just how it is. If you look at a chain, the chain is good, the narrative gets good as well. The DEX always performs well. Bitcoin dominance at 59%. Yeah, it is. If Bitcoin dominance is at, well, it just took a little hit. But it was at 59% earlier. Just took a hit, and altcoins may have risen slightly. But Bitcoin dominance, like I said, will go to approximately 60%, give or take. It might go slightly under, it might go slightly over. It makes no difference. It will go to that region. USDT dominance could go as high as this trend line here. So it could go as high as 7% if the market dips, again. Keep in mind, there's 2 scenarios that we could play out. One of them is we get a hot unemployment print. The market cannot break past this trend line. The next drop will be down here. It will be around 42K region, give or take, maybe a wick down to 40K, maybe not. This will be the next level. It might be wick off 42K, and then just like how it does here, it wicks down and then comes back up here. So we might see it wick down to 42 and then come back up to like 46K and then hold there and potentially pump again. That is the scenario. Keep that in mind, guys. Do not fully be in the markets because that is a very realistic scenario, because all it takes is one bad unemployment print, that's it, and the market will sell off until the Fed does sufficient amount of rate cuts and QE arrives. Well, SNS is good. I would not be buying HNT though as that. SNS is good though. Well, the SNS is pumped too much. That's the thing. It's pumped like 4-5x in the short term. I would not be buying it now though. Yeah, Brooklyn is good as well, my friend. Brooklyn is good as well. What about Brilliant DUA? Yeah, we can have a look at it. Is it RWA though? If it's not RWA, hopefully it's RWA. It's on AVAX. This looks like DeFi. It says finance, so it has to be DeFi. Something is brewing. What the fuck? Bro, they don't even have a website at the moment. They don't even have a website. They just say something is brewing. Nothing is brewing, bro. This shit is ass. Manaki t-shirt sponsors for Napoli and now. Yeah, that's massive. That is. People don't realize that's quite massive. Those are big football teams. I don't like Arion Buran. Buran, good to see you as well, my friend. I personally don't like Arion. There was a guy in my public group was talking about Arion. But the problem with Arion is, the mainnet went live. So these guys ultimately went from the Binance chain to their own mainnet, and they're flopped, which caused a massive dump consistently. And since then, this coin has more or less been dying. That's why I'm not too keen on it. There's plenty of projects that claim they can do such and such, but if no one's building on these guys, there's not a single project built on Arion because there's no level of trust there. It takes years to build that trust. And all this done is gone down and no one's building on them. If you're a layer 1 and no project is building on you, then you're more or less a flop, because it doesn't matter what TPS you can fucking, what TPS you say. There's other projects that claim more TPS than you, so your TPS doesn't stand out. Tectum claims 3.5 million. Fucking Devi claims 7 million. Cubic is out here claiming 40-50 million. So, your TPS doesn't make you stand out anymore. So if you don't have people building on you as a layer 1, which no one's building on Arion, it can't be a good project and it's not going to do well. That should tell you, bro. For the past year, all this done is just continuously go down. It doesn't even pump. The market was pumping all throughout the last year, and all this done for the last year is just continuously dump. People think because it's dumping is a good token. It doesn't mean that. Some tokens are genuinely good, but ever since they went to the mainnet, it fucking flopped. And since then, no one gave a fuck about it. Yeah, there's a chance it could come back, but if you're willing to take that risk, that's fine. But other than that, I'm not willing to take that risk. There's so many better layer ones. That's 600k TPS does not make sense. You will know what TPS you'll have after you have smart contracts built on your chain. Solana claims fucking 50k TPS, but they can probably run like 20, 30 TPS, maybe 50 TPS. I don't know. That's what they can run with smart contracts built on them. Fucking Tectum claims 3.5 million TPS, but the likely chances of even getting close to 100k TPS is very unlikely for Tectum. We'll never know until they have projects building on them. So you have to you have to wait to see. Everyone's been around with a mainnet for a long time. So, no one's building on them. So you don't even know what TPS they can run for real. At least with Tectum, we don't even know what no one's building. They don't even have the SDKs yet. But at least Tectum has other bullish factors. The soft nodes. If you didn't have soft nodes, I wouldn't even be buying Tectum. I'm more bullish on soft nodes for Tectum rather than them being a layer one with 3.5 million TPS. Because that's all for show. They don't have SDKs, so no one can build on them. It's all pointless. It's all buzzwords. That's irrelevant. I would personally wouldn't touch it, bro. I wouldn't touch everyone. Leox too niche. I don't think Leox is too niche. Leox just lacks the exchange listings. Leox is pretty good. Yeah, prop base is I'm glad I bought a bag, bro. That's the benefit of being in a private group, bro. If there were spaces open. There's no spaces open right now. I told you guys once the 300 is filled, I'm not opening no more slots. I've been said this. Opulus is too high in cap. I would not be buying Opulus. Too high in cap mine. I don't think anyone even talks about this chain anymore, but I wouldn't touch it. Is there any good RWA coins on C ecosystem? I don't think there is any good RWA coins in the C ecosystem. There's only one called Artify, and that shit has terrible project. Well, terrible tokenomics. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you in here. LMR, that project is not too bad actually. I like the concept. AI Deepin and RWA. There's quite a few different ones with similar concept, but I don't think LMR is gonna pump too much, bro. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have the crazy buzzwords or the hype behind it. It's been around for a decent amount of time. It doesn't really pump that much. Zeta Chain is pretty good. Zeta Chain is pretty good. Yeah, I think Zeta Chain is good. The biggest flops this year was ZK Sync and Starnet. These two was the biggest flops because they fucked up the airdrop. These stupid projects don't realize how much a community affects a project. Ever since this came out, and what he done was he fucked up people's airdrops. The people who ultimately been farming this, they got fuck all. I don't even think they got many tokens. People just kick it down, in a bin and they forget about it. Same thing happened with ZK Sings. The people that was farming it, running the mainnet, doing all that type of stuff, they got fuck all for it. The people that was holding the decks, they didn't even get the tokens. So when you fuck up the airdrop, look at Hamster Combat. Gave people like $5 to $10 when they were mining it for months. That's what you call a flop. And so now that project is just going to be dead, bro. No one's going to talk about it. No one's going to pump it. It's more or less a dead token, bro. These airdrops play a massive role. Look at them projects that had successful airdrops. Look how well they're doing now because the community gets built based on those airdrops. People like it. People like when they make money. and they stick around and support the chain. If you're fucking making people farm for months and months, you know, and ultimately they get $10 or they get nothing, they're gonna be very pissed off, and all they're gonna do is just fudge your coin. So any projects that wants to launch, you know, realistically, if you're giving out airdrops or you're offering airdrops, make sure the airdrops are decent if you want to be a successful chain. All these other projects, you know, that offer airdrops done very well. People like the chain, and that's why they done well. If you're offering airdrops, you have to make sure it's good, bro. Otherwise, they just fucking die. Like this one had very good potential, you know, very, very good potential, good backers. And look what happened, bro. They're just dead now. No one talks about this shit. Everyone, they don't even talk about it. Fud it. All right, boys. I'm gonna wrap up this live stream. I appreciate all of you that came down. I may be live in a few days. I'm not sure, but I'll be live. Maybe I'll drop a video. I think I'll drop a layer 1 tier list next. I think that might be a good one. And then I might do some other tier list afterwards. I'm going to keep dropping tier lists. I think they're fun to do. And it's a lot better than dropping individual videos, I think. So I'll do tier list, maybe go live again in a few days. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Drop a like if you haven't already done so. I'll see you guys in a few days, my friend. In a few days, yeah. Probably maybe Saturday I'll go live. Because Fridays are just dead, bro. No one's active on on what's it called? No one's ever active during Fridays, but everyone's going out. But yeah, thank you guys for coming down. Appreciate all of you guys. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.